Al Nieves of Aqua Security, welcome. It's great to talk to you. How are you seeing federal agencies collaborating well and maybe struggling in collaboration as they're building and implementing DevSecOps environments? Al, welcome.
Hey, thank you, Francis. I appreciate the invitation to be here. Some of the things that we see on the collaborative side is that in the past, everything's been separated, if you will. It's been different reporting, different structures, different ways to get on and look at those environments. So you've had the DevSecOps people from a standpoint of the development folks look at it one way, the security guys look at it another way, and everybody in between. So it's the collaboration is becoming more fluent and more collaborative, no pun intended, from the fact that there are more technologies and more solutions that are allowing you to bridge that gap and everybody's talking the same language, looking at the same reporting, being able to sing from the same page, if you will, to where they're all being able to look at something real time and then take that forward from development all the way through what we call runtime or the workload piece of it, and really putting compliance and policies that are across the board for everybody.
Are agencies getting better at working within the parameters that are necessary to secure environments while also being able to keep the level of collaboration as high as it needs to be, Al?
I think they're getting there. There's been a lot of cooperation and movement towards that over the last few years. 10 years ago, maybe not so much as of the last couple. Since a lot of folks are starting to move towards the cloud, it means that they really have to collaborate and they have to be more in tune with their counterparts and their other bureaus, if you will. So yeah, I'm seeing that come along quite nicely.
What are the obstacles that they're running into? What are the roadblocks that you think are preventing organizations in government from maximizing the potential of DevSecOps environments and practices?
I think there's a couple of things. One is being able to see that you can be more efficient. You can spin up instances faster. You can get that same level of security, but it takes less time and less work to do that. So I think that's part of it.
Are organizations starting to understand the long-term benefits better, though? It sounds from what I hear, talking to people inside software factories and so on, like within those individual units, the practices and so on are very well accepted and the benefits are very well understood. You starting to see that propagate outside of those organizations where folks that may have visibility into those organizations but aren't part of them are also on board with this multiplying.
Yeah, and you're right. The software factories are way ahead of everybody else, and protecting the war fighter they should be. But yeah, you're starting to see that seep over into the other agencies now, where they see the efficiencies, the time savings, being able to do more with less as the government has to do. So yeah, that is really starting to take hold. Where a couple of years ago you really didn't see that.
Is there something you would like to see DevSecOps organizations do to perpetuate their existence and to kind of propel the momentum that you've seen? Or is it just keep doing more of the same and keep putting out valuable products and that kind of that future will take care of itself?
I think a little bit of both. Not everybody is open to adopting containerization, if you will. So a lot of it is tough because it is a new way of doing things. And to be able to protect those workloads and to be able to make sure that they're not compromised, so you'd have downtime, is something that a lot of the agencies struggle with. So I think it's a little bit of both. They're getting there. So and we've seen a lot of adoption over the last year.
How do I know if I'm leading one of these organizations 6 months from now or a year from now that I'm getting the results that I want? Is it as simple as how many products we're bringing to market or how many iterations we're developing, problem solving, that kind of thing? Or is there more to measuring success than that in your view, Al?
I would say part of that measuring of success would be taking some of the load off some of the senior execs as far as what they're getting out of their teams so that that particular agency, when they're developing those applications, they're doing so with less iterations, maybe doing so more rapidly, and really being able to say that they have delivered for the warfighter in a shorter amount of time and more securely. So that's what I think it is.
Al, it's great to talk to you. Thanks very much for your time today.
No, Francis, it's a pleasure always talking to you. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.